morning, everyone. Welcome to Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm Chris Waterman reporting for Candlepin Corner. We are at the ACBT stop tournament. ACBT second stop, the Baker format. What will happen is all 70 some odd bowlers will bowl 5 strings of qualifying. Top 5 will move on. Top 40 will move on. And the Baker format, which means each bowler will bowl 2 boxes in a string. Bowler 1 will bowl boxes 1 and 6. Bowler 2 will bowl boxes 2 and 7. Bowler 3 will be 3 and 8. Bowler 4 will be 4 and 9. And then the anchor bowler will do 5 and 10. We're at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm Chris Waterman. We'll be reporting all day from here. There is an Excel sheet available on the Candlepin chat page that'll keep the score live. I'm working on updating the scoreboard now. So you'll be able to keep track of the bowlers who are scoring now. I'm focused on lanes 7 and 8. Right now we're using 22 lanes out of the 24. 21, 22? Okay, yeah, 22 out of the 24 lanes. Getting there.
Formula here?
Yeah.
How far back did you? Oh, did I leave somebody's name? Nope. So what do we got for Ryan? We got 9, 10,
9.
8, 9, 8, 8.
Yep.
Mike.
Mike's got 9, 8. No, 9, 9.
All right. You can just. If you want to do just one lane score, that's fine too. Don't go crazy.
All right.
Yeah, just do pick 7 or 8, one of the 2 of them.
Okay.
Just do that lane.
All right.
Because then you'll get a bunch of people. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your mind trying to keep both scores back and forth. Just
Oh, why?
keep on. Again, if you need an extra monitor to space it out a little bit,
Sure.
then let me know.
Okay, we'll do.
You can throw it there, and we're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Actually, let one of them 2 know, and they can get out of my truck.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you. Oh my God. going to focus on lane number 7 with Brian Hebert, Mike Brian Hebert, Matt Taylor, and Peter. I'll find out what his last name is. Hold on 1 second. So what we'll do is every game, all the teams will move 1 lane to the left. I'm sorry, to the right. So what'll happen is I'll keep score for lane 7, keep focused on lane 7 and 8. I can update you verbally on what's going on lane 8. Mike Maha has a 46 after 5. So each team will bowl 1 full string on the lane they were assigned to start, then they'll move 1 lane to the right. And the Excel sheet is available on the Candlepin chat page as well as the ACBT page. This will be updated in real time, so you'll be able to keep track of the scoring. Going to be updated after every game. Nate Wheeler, the anchor on lane 8, is sitting down with 42 plus a ball. So Mike Maha, after 8, has 76. Brian Hebert has 78 after 8. You can see that on the scoreboard in the upper left-hand corner. Mike Maha going into the 10th has 96 plus 2 balls. I'm sorry, in the 10th has 96 plus 2 balls. Ooh, nice bid by Brian. Try to pick up the 5 and dime. And his first game finishes with a 96. Mike Maha finishes with a 103 after filling his strike in a 10th with 7. Matt Taylor up on lane 7. Matt with a 9 box. Matt right on the head pin. Leaves the 4-5. Matt right on the head pin. Takes everything but the 2. Right in the pocket. And not rewarded very well for a pocket hit. Ends up with a 6 on his spare for a 106. Peter Penny stepping up now to finish his half. The Birdman finished his string with a 104. Nate Wheeler up on lane 8. He's got 42 plus a ball after his first half. Peter with a 5 box, 55 after 6. Nate Wheeler's got a 54 after 6. He mates up on lane 8. Peter with a spare. Nate with a 10 box over on lane 8. Nice fill fly, Peter for a strike. Nate Wheeler finishes with a 9 box. Peter goes spare on strike on spare. Peter drops 8 on his spare. Nate Wheeler finishes with a 96. Waiting for Peter Penny to fill his spare in the 10th. Drops 7 for 130. And we'll take a minute and we'll have all the bowlers move over. When we do that, we'll run a quick break. Hear anything? Check, check. Check, check.
I think it's good. Echo was up.
Does that sound better? So I.
Oh yeah, there it is. I
Okay.
can turn this down a little bit now. It was on echo. Was was on there, so it was kind of making you hollow a little bit. You're good though.
Okay.
Looks good, sounds good.
Thank you. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled program now that everything's been sorted out. Sorry about that, folks. Just trying to do some new things and use the new score sheet that Micah was nice enough to send to us. So over in lane 8, we had Brian Hebert with a 47. Matt with a 43, and Peter Penny is 35 through 3. I'm Chris Waterman. We're at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire for the ACBT stop number 2 on the tour. This is the Baker format. We'll take the top 40 bowlers. They'll be split into teams of 5, and then each bowler on each team will bowl 2 boxes apiece. Bowler 1 will bowl boxes 1 and 6. Bowler 2 will bowl boxes 2 and 7. Bowler 3 will boxes 3 and 8, etc., etc. Apologize, there's a bit of a lag too. I'm using the hotspot on my phone for Wi-Fi. Peter Penny is on lane 8 is 44 foot through 4. Dean Sullivan is 37 through 4 on lane 7. Peter Penny on lane 8 closes his half with a 54. And Dean Sullivan closes out his half with a 45. Tony Palladino opens with a strike. What's it? I had bought an office box, but the graphics card couldn't handle streaming. It would just bog way down, so I had to go back to using this.
You got this?
It's a gaming. That's a gaming card. I have no idea. I sent it to my friend, and she sent it back. She's like, "That's good." All right.
Curious now.
Tony Palladino with the 710 with wood on lane 7. Brian Herbert on lane 8 with the 5.9. Piece of wood between the two. He's got a 70 through 8. Nice conversion by Tony Palladino for the pick up the 710. We're up here at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire for the ACBT second stop, the Baker format. We'll take the top 40 bowlers after 5 games of qualifying. They'll be divided into teams of 5, and each team will have its bowlers bowl 2 boxes. So bowler 1 will bowl frames 1 and 6, bowler 2, 2 and 7, bowler 3, 3 and 8, etc. Brian Herbert on lane 8 finishes out with an 88. Tony Palladino finishes out with a 112. Alex Patton up on lane 7. 44 plus a ball. Matt Taylor up on lane 8. Tough break for Alex, capping the wood on lane 7. Lane 8. Matt Taylor is 59 after 7. Alex Patton is 60 through 7. I need more coffee, can you tell? Nice cover, Alex Patton. Matt Taylor all over the pocket, leaves the kingpin, the 5-pin. Alex fills his spare with 3. Oh, sorry, with 2. Matt Taylor with a spare in the ninth. He's 77 plus a ball. Nice out by Alex. Cleans up what he had left for a 9. Matt Taylor fills his spare with 7. Alex with a nice ball in the pocket. Misses off to the left. Don't hurt him, Alex. Finishes out with a 91. Dean Sullivan getting up. He's got a 45 going into his second half. Dean just off the head pin. Peter Penny picks up the 4 horseman left for a spare. Dean Sullivan, nice pickup for a spare. Dean's on lane 7, Peter's on lane 8. Dean Sullivan hits the head pin late. Leaves the 2-4-7. Peter Penny has the diamond right. And cleans it up. Nice shot for a spare. Dean Sullivan cleans up the 2-4-7 for a spare. Dean off to the left of the head pin, cleans up, picks up 7. Three spares in a row for Dean Sullivan. Dean off to the right of the head pin. Puts a 7 on this spare as well. 7's a wild today. Misses the head pin, cleans up the 8 and the 9. all over the head pin for 10 bucks. Dean's at a 106 going into the 10th. Peter Penny on lane 8 has a 102 going into the 10th. I'm Chris Waterman. We're at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire for the second stop of the ACBT. This is the Baker format. Peter Penny on lane 8 cleans his up. He's got a spare. He's got one more ball to finish his game out. Dean Sullivan tries to kick the wood over left to right, leaves the 4 and 7. Misses the 4-7 off to the right. He'll end up with a 114. Peter ends up filling his spare with 5 for a 117. Going to take a quick break while scores are passed over. Going to take a quick break while scores are handed in, and we will be right back. And we're back. Katie Duran will be up on lane 7. Tony Palladino will be up on lane 8. Tony Palladino has a 16 after 2 on lane 8. Nice shot by Katie Duran. 10 bots. Nice shot by Katie Duran, stealing the 4 horseman right. Yep. Katie will sit down with a spare. With a 58 plus a ball after her first half. Tony Palladino has 40 after his first half. Scott Douglas up on lane 7. Scott starts out with a 9. Alex Patton opens with a strike over on lane 8. Scott Douglas just off the head pin. Leaves a 7-10 with wood. Alex Patton on lane 8 has the 3-6-10 with a piece of wood in front of it. Tries to avoid the wood but misses the 3-6. Scott Douglas goes at the wood and in its 10 pin. Kicks it over and picks it up for a spare. Ooh, tough fill for Scott. Just chops out the 2-pin, the quarter whister left. Nice cleanup by Scott Douglas. Takes everything but the 10-pin. Alex Patton has the 4-pin remaining on lane 8. Ten box for Alex. Scott ends up with a 9. Scott Douglas light in the pocket. Steals the 8-pin. He has the 7-10 with wood. The wood is near the 7-pin. Alex Patton on lane 8 has the 4 horseman right. Misses the pocket. Leaves the 1 and 3. Scott Douglas deals another 7-10. He's got 39 plus a ball. Alex Patton on lane 8 is 44 after 4. Scott off the head pin, leaves the 1, 3, 4, and 7. Alex Patton on lane 8 has the 1 and 3. Time called, so do some house cleaning on lane 6. Pin still in place, so wood stays up on lane 6. Scott Douglas fills his spare with 6. Finishes his half with an 8 for 53. Up on lane 7 is Dan Esdale. Everybody calls him, also known as Ezzy. Probably one of the easiest people to spot in bowling because of his Whalers bowling shirt, which he had custom made. Need to find Ezzy? Look for the green Whaler shirt with the 97 on the back. Up on lane 8, we have Dean Sullivan. Have mirror shots up here. Dean has the 127. Dan has the 1310. Dean covers his first spare up on lane 8. See if Dan can match. Dan matches. Dean off the head pin leaves the 4 horsemen left with a piece of wood between the 2 and the 4. Dan Esdale, full on the head pin, leaves a 3 and 2. Spread eagle minus the 3 pin. Nice shot by Esdale to clean up the spread eagle with the clip wing. Ooh. Dean Sullivan with the quarter whistle punches at the 2 pin out of the full rack. Dan Esdale up on lane 7. In the pocket. Leaves the 4, 5, 7, 10 with a piece of wood behind the 4 and 5. Dean Sullivan with a nice cleanup to take everything but the 5 pin. Dan Esdale cleans up everything but the 10. Dan ends up with a 9 box. Dean cleans his up for a 10 on lane 8. Dean Sullivan on lane 8 leaves the 2, 4, and 6. No wood. Dan Esdale through the head pin. Leaves the Christmas tree plus the 8. He's got the 3, 7, 8, and 10 with 2 pieces of wood against the 3. Dean Sullivan clips the 4 out of the 2, 4, 6. Dan tried to play the wood to drive everything off the wall. Takes 2, leaves the 7 and 8. Got a piece of wood rolling between the 7 and 8. Might be a roadblock. Goes at the 7 clean, takes the 9 box. Dean Sullivan with a 9 box. Dean Sullivan leaves the 5, 6, and 10 on lane 8. Dan Asdale up on 7, off the head pin. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 with a piece of wood between the 4 and 7. Nice bid by Ezzy. Leaves everything with the 4. Takes everything with the 4. Dean Sullivan with a 9 box on lane 8. Dan Asdale misses the 4 pin off to the right. He'll end up with a 58 after his half. Katie Durant stepping up. She is at 58 plus a ball after her first half. Katie Durant on the pocket. Leaves a 4-7 plus a piece of wood. Tony Palladino has the right side still standing. Katie caps the wood that was against the 4-7, takes only the 4. Katie cleans hers up for a 10 box. Tony Palladino with a strike on lane 8. Katie Durant just off the head pin. Takes 4. 2. Got a 4 and 3 with a sleeper behind the 2 pin. Tries to clean it up. Leaves a 6 and 10. Tony Palladino had a strike on lane 8.
Oh, you're welcome.
Katie with an 8 box. She's 84 after 7. Tony Palladino has 58 plus 2 balls after 7. Katie Durant off target there, takes out the 10 pin only. Tony Palladino trying to drive everything over to the right, takes everything but the 2 pin. Katie Durant in the pocket, leaves the 4 and 6. She's got a piece of wood leaning. She's got 2 pieces of wood against the 6. Katie Durant tries to play the wood, drive everything from right to left. Doesn't pick anything up for an 8 box. She's 92 after 8. Tony Palladino is 77 after. Tony Palladino in the pocket, leaves the diamond left plus the 7. Katie off, just slightly off the head pin. Leaves the 2, 4, 7 plus wood against the 2. Looks like it'll be favorable. Tony Palladino misses the object pin. It's a favorable break. Katie with a spare. Tony with a 9 box. He's 86 after 9. Katie's 102 plus a ball after 9. Wah, wah. That's a first. Reset. That's something you don't see too often. Trying to clear the gutter out. Ball takes out misses everything, takes out the 9-pin. Waiting for a reset on 8, and we're good to go. Tony Palladino. Quarter Worcester left again. Takes only the 2-pin. Katie Durant on lane 7 on the head pin. Leaves a spread eagle plus a towel on the 9-pin. Tony Palladino ends up with a 93. Yes, Tony Palladino, lane 8, 93. Katie Durant ends up with a 111. Hi, Gerald. The Baker format is what'll happen is after we bowl the 5 games of qualifying, the top 40 bowlers will move on. And the teams will be divided into 8 teams of 5. What happens from those 8 teams of 5 is the first bowler will get up. They'll bowl the first box, second bowler, second box, third bowler, third box. When you get to the 6th box, the first bowler gets up again. So the first bowler is bowling 1 and 6. The second bowler is bowling 2 and 7. The third bowler is bowling the 3rd and the 8th box, 4th bowler, 4th and the 9th box, and your anchor bowler bowls the 5th and the 10th box. So there'll be 5 games of qualifying, top 40 move on, and they divide the teams from there. Scott Douglas with a spare. Scott Douglas leaves the 4 and 7 with a piece of wood between them. Cleans that up for a spare. Alex Patton is 84 after 8 on lane 8. Scott Douglas is 90 plus a ball after 8 on lane 7. Scott misses left, only takes 3. Alex Patton has the 8-pin. Scott in the pocket that time, takes everything but the 10. Piece of wood was a roadblock, he ends up with a 9. 102 after 9. Alex Patton is 93 after 9. Alex takes 3 out of the full set of pins. Has the 4 horsemen right, the 4, the 7, and the 9 behind the 4 horsemen. Scott Douglas takes 6. He has the inverted check mark on lane 7. Misses that, misses the object pin to the right. Alex Patton with a 9 box for 102. Tim Douglas with a 10 box for 112. Next up is Dan Esdale on lane 7, and we got Dean Sullivan on lane 8. Dean is 55 after his half. Dan is 58 after his half. Updated score sheet is available. The link is on the Candlepin chat page, as well as the Amateur Candlepin Bowling Tour page. I believe it's also up on Candlepin Corner. I'm not 100% sure. Dean Sullivan has the 3, 4, 6. Dan Esdale has the triangle left, the 2, the 4, and the 5.
Where is this showing?
It's on Candlepin Corner on Facebook.
Got it.
You're welcome. Dean Sullivan leaves the 4 and the 6. He has an 8 box. He's 63 after 6. Dan Esdale misses off to the right. He's 66 after 6. Dan Esdale in the pocket for a strike. Dean Sullivan leaves the kingpin. Dean is 73 after 7. As he is 76 plus 2 balls after 7. Dean off to the right, punches the half whister right. Dan Esdale in the pocket leaves the inverted check mark plus the 8 pin. Dean tries to clean up, hits the pocket a little, hits the head pin a little too full. Leaves a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. Dan takes the diamond, leaves a 7 pin. Dean ends up with a 79 after 8 with his 6 box. Esdale is 94 after 8. comes off the head pin, leaves the 1, 3, 6, 7 washout. Takes the head pin. Asdale takes everything with the king pin, the 5 pin. Ooh, 5 pin needed another coat of paint. He probably would have taken it then. Dean is 86 after 9. Asdale's 104 after 9. Dean leaves the 4 horseman right, plus leaves the Caleri. Dan Asdale with a strike. Dean Sullivan takes everything with the 8 pin. He'll either finish with a 95 or a 94. I'm sorry. How about a 96? My math is awful today, sorry. Dean Sullivan finishes with a 96. Asdale on the head pin. Leaves a spread eagle with a clipped wing, the 2 pins missing. Nice game with a 123. Gonna take a short break. And we'll be back in a little bit. And we're back. We have Tony Carone, Melanie Penny, and David Rando on lane 7. We have Katie Durant, Scott Douglas, and Dan Isdale on lane 8. They'll keep track of the lane 8 bowlers verbally for you. Scoreboard for lane 7 will be on the left side of the screen. Katie starts off with a 9 box. And Tony Carone starts off with an 8. Katie Durant has the 5-7 with Wood against the 5. Tries to kick the Wood over to take the 7. No dice. Tony Carone had the 1, 3, and 7 with Wood behind the 3. Misses the object pin off to the right. Leaves the 1 and 7. Katie Durant with a 10 box. And Tony with an 8 box. Tony off the head pin, takes a half wish to right. Katie has the 1, 2, 7, 10 with Wood behind the 2. In the pocket, takes everything with the 10. Tony flips the head pin, takes everything with the 2, 4. He's got Wood behind the 2 pins. Katie Durant on lane 8 has the 10 pin. Drops the ball into the gutter, so it'll be a 9 box for her. She's 28 after 3. And 8's a wild for Tony. He's 24 after 3. Katie Durant full on the head pin. Gets a break, leaves the 6 and 10 with Wood in front of it. Tony Carone off the, slightly off the head pin. Slightly off the pocket, I should say. Leaves a 7-8 with Wood angled against the 8. Katie Durant cleans hers up for a spare. She's 38 plus a ball after 4. Tony goes between the 7 and 8. Breaks the string of crazy 8s. He's now 33 after 4. Katie Durant in the pocket. Leaves the 3-7 with Wood. The Wood is favorable. Looks like it's angled towards the 7. Tony Carone goes half wister left. Katie misses. Anthony Carone, he has the spread eagle with the clipped wing. He's got the 2 pin missing and got Wood between the 6 and 10. Katie Durant misses hers. She starts with a 54 half. Tony Carone cleans up the spread eagle with the clip ring for 10. He starts with a 43. Scott Douglas will be on lane 8, and up on lane 7 will be Melanie Penny. Scott Douglas starts with a 10, Melanie Penny with a 9. Scott Douglas has the 4, 7, 9, and 10. He's got wood between the 9 and 10. Melanie has the triangle left. She has the 2, the 4, and the 5. Chops the 2 and 4 off the 5. Scott has the 4, 7, and 9 left. Scott finishes with a 70, 17 after 2. Melanie is 18 after 2. Scott now has the 310 baby split. Melanie's off the target pin. Chopped the half whisker left, then took the single 6 pin, and she chops the 3 pin off of everything. Scott Douglas is 25 after 3. Melanie's 22 after 3. Scott Douglas has the 2-6 with a piece of wood behind the 2. Melanie has the 1-2 with the piece of wood resting against the 2. Caps the wood, leaves the head pin. Scott has the 6 pin to clean up for a 10 box. He has a 10 box. Melanie misses the head pin for a 9 box. Scott leaves the 2-4. He's got a piece of wood between them. As long as he doesn't cap it, it should be all right. Melanie has the spread eagle. Scott with the nice spare. He's 45 plus a ball after his half. Melanie takes the right wing out of the spread eagle, leaves a 2-4-7. Cleans hers up for 10 bucks. She's 41 after her half. Dan Esdale will be up on lane 8. Keep track of him verbally for you. And David Rando will be up on lane 7. Again, a reminder that the live score sheet is available at the Candlepin chat and the Amateur Candlepin Bowling Tour pages. There is a live Excel sheet, so you'll be able to keep track of the scores in real time. David Rando with a strike. Dan Esdale leaves a 7-pin. Cleans that up for a 10 box. Dan Esdale off the head pin, leaves the right side. He takes the 4 pins on the left. David Rando leaves the tail on the right. He's got the 4, 5, 9, and 10 in the wood. He's got a piece of wood against this. I'm sorry, the 5, 6, 9, and 10. The piece of wood was against the 6. He takes everything but the king pin. Esdale has the head pin remaining. You clean that up, he'll be 20 after 2. And Rando will be 28 after 2. Esdale off the head pin takes the 3 pins off it. Here's the whole right side plus the 7. Rando off the head pin leaves the 4 horsemen left at the 9, 10. As he clips the head pin, leaves the diamond right plus the 7, 10. David Rando off the object pin, cleans up some of it, leaves the 1, 7, and he's got wood on the deck, but it's not, doesn't appear to be playable. As he cleans up everything but the 6, 10. He's 28 after 3. David Rando's 38 after 3. David Rando leaves the 2 and the 4. Dan Esdale clips the 6 and the 9 out of the 4 rack. Oh, David Rando had a sleeper back there. He had the 8 pin, so he leaves the 8 pin. Dan Esdale on the head pin, cleans his up for a spare. David Rando cleans his up for a 10 box. Esdale's 38 plus a ball after 4. David Rando's 48 after 4. We are at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's a nice 24-lane house. Conveniently right off the highway. David Rando in the pocket leaves the 6, 7, 10. He's got wood between the 6 and the 10. Dan Esdale punches the 4, punches the half whisker right plus the 5 and the 8 out of a 4 rack. David Rando goes cleans the 6 pin up. Got Deadwood out of play. Time called. Esdale with a 6 to finish his half. He's 48 after half. Big round of applause to Tim Lipke and Shane Lipke and his helper today. I think his name's Peter. They've been running around clearing Deadwood and everything. David Rando is 56 after his half. Katie Durant takes the left side. She has the entire right side remaining. This is game 4 of the qualifying. Katie Durant has a 6'10". Tony Caron has taken, looks like he's hit the 4 horsemen left plus the 10 pin with some wood. Katie starts her second half with a 10. And Tony starts his half with a 7. Katie's 64 after 6. Tony is 50 after 6. Katie Durant in the pocket, leaves the diamond left. Tony Caron has the 1. He has the 3 Stooges, the 1, 3, and 6. Katie Durant in the diamond. Diamond wins again. She leaves the 2 and the 5 up. Tony Caron for the 3 Stooges. Oh, and the 5 pin was hiding back there too. He cleans his up for a spare. Katie Durant ends up with an 8 box. She's 72 after 7. Katie Durant's in the pocket lightly, leaves the 3-6-10. Tony Caron goes half whisker left. Katie Durant has the 3-6-10 with the piece of wood. She has to be careful not to cap the wood. It might drive the ball in the opposite direction. Like that. She leaves the baby split to 3-10. Tony Caron off the head pin, leaves the 1, the 4, and the 7. Katie picks up the 10 pin for a 9 box. She's 81 after 8. Tony picks his up for a 10 box. He's 72 after 8. The Baker format will be, the top 40 bowlers will move on. They'll be divided into 8 teams. Those 8 teams will bowl head to head. Each bowler on each team will bowl 2 boxes each. The first bowler will bowl boxes 1 and 6. The second bowler boxes 2 and 7. The third bowler 3 and 8. Fourth bowler 4 and 9. And the anchor bowler will bowl the 5th and the 10th. Katie Durant off the object pin. Leaves the 1 and the 9. Tony Caron Takes everything but the kingpin. Get a piece of wood against the king, against the 5-pin, and it'll help clean up. Katie Duran cleans hers up for a 10 box. She's 91 with a box to go. Tony cleans his up for a 10. He's 82 with a box to go. Katie Durant off the head pin. Takes a half Worcester white with the 5-pin. Tony's off the head pin, leaves the 3 Stooges left. The 1, the 2, and the 4. Katie's off the, misses the head pin left. Leaves the 1, 6, 8, and 10. Tony misses the 3 Stooges right. Katie will finish her game out with a 99 up on lane 8. Caron finishes with a 92. Scott Douglas leaves a 7-10. He had wood against the 7, clean, takes out the 7. Melanie with a spare. Scott Douglas in the pocket with a strike. Melanie Penny off the head pin, leaves the 4 horse. Oh, nope. 3 Stooges left plus the 10 pin. So you got the 1, 2, 4, and 10. Misses the object pin. Yeah. No, not at all. Go ahead, you'll be fine. Melanie cleans it up for a 10 box. After 7, Melanie is 67, and Scott Douglas on lane 8 is 73 plus 2 balls. Douglas in the pocket, takes everything but the 4. Melanie just off the head pin, leaves the 4 horseman left. Scott cleans his up for a spare. He's spare on strike. He's 93 plus a ball after 8. Melanie misses the object pin. She leaves the 1, 4, and 7. Little light on the head pin, which you had to do in that case. Leaves the 4 pin. She's 76 through 8. Scott Douglas off the head pin. Leaves the 3 Stooges right, the 1, the 3, and the 6. Melanie Penny has a 7-10 plus wood. Wood's towards the left side of the deck. Scott misses the object pin. Leaves the head pin. Melanie's going to try to drive the wood. makes the 7, leaves the 10. Scott Douglas cleans this up. He's 110 with 1 box to go. Melanie's 86 with a box to go. Douglas off the head pin leaves the right side. Penny off the head pin leaves the Caleri right. The 1, 3, 6, 8, and 10. Douglas misses the object pin. He leaves the 1 and 9. He's got a piece of wood rolling on the deck. Doesn't look like it'll be held. Penny misses the object pin, leaves the head pin. Scott's got to be careful here because that piece of wood that's between the 1 and 9 might be a roadblock. Probably have to go right at the head pin and hope for the best. Which is what he does, and he cleans it up for a 10 box, so he's got a 120. Nice game. Melanie closes out with her with a 95. Dan Esdale will get up to finish his half. He's 48 after his first half. David Rando's up on lane 7. He's 56 after his first half. Esdale leaves the 4 and 7. He's got wood between it. Rando chops the halfway to the left out. Esdale cleans his up for a spare. He's 58 plus a ball after 6. Rando leaves the 4, the 5, and the 7. Goes between the 4 and the 5. He's 63 after 6. Womp womp. Esdale's got to reset up to doing some housekeeping. Rando cleans up everything with the 2, 4, 7. He's got a piece of wood between the 4 and 7. Rando misses the object pin, so hits the pocket light. He leaves the diamond right plus the 710. He'll be 62 after his spare fill. David Rando's 73 after his 10 box after 7. Rando, a little too full on the head pin, leaves the 5, 6, and 10. Esdale picks with a 9, so he's 71. Rando's 82 after 8. Esdale misses the head pin off to the right. David Rando. Head pin full, leaves a spread eagle plus a clip wing. It's minus that's missing the 2 pin. Esdale, nice out for an 8 box. Rando tries to clip the 2 pin on the right side to slide it over. Rando with a 9 box, he's 91 after 8-9. Esdale slightly off the pace because of the housekeeping and the reset. Esdale missed the object pin, he's got the 2 pin left. Rando light in the pocket, gets a decent mix. He's got the Christmas tree. The 2, the 7, the 10. He's got wood near this to 2-7. Oh, the 8 pin was back there too, and cleans it up for a spare. So he's 101 plus a ball. Esdale misses the head pin, he's got the 4 horseman right. Esdale cleans it up for a spare. He's got another ball to fill, so he's 99 plus a ball. Rando to fill his spare. It's in the pocket, takes 6. He's got a 107. Gonna hang around just a little bit longer so we see what Esdale fills with. We'll take a short break and we'll be back for the 5th and final string of the qualifying round. Esdale takes 7. He's got a 106. We'll be back after this short break. Tony Caron's on lane 8, and Sarah Wright's up on lane 7.
What were the 290 strike?
Sarah Wright starts off with a spare. Sarah Wright off the head pin takes 4. Karen has the Caleri right. Takes everything with the head pin. Sarah Wright has the 1 and the 10. And she's going to miss that. Sarah, you're welcome. Caron has the 1 and the 4 remaining. Sarah Wright has the Lily Sour Apple, whatever you want to call it, the 5, 7, 10 remaining, no wood. Caron finishes with a 9 box. She's 26 after 3. Sarah's got another 8 box. She's 30 after 3. After this game, this will be the end of qualifying. We'll take the top 40 bowlers and go from there. Tough break for Caron. He takes out the. Am I seeing this right? He took the 3 and the 5 out of a full rack. Yeah, he sure did. So after 4, it's Caron 31, Wright 39. Caron misses off to the right. He takes the triangle far right. Wright's in the pocket. She has a 2 and 2. She's got the 2, 4, 6, and 10. No wood to help. Oh, nice bid by Wright. A little too full in the 2 pin. Little lighter, that would have gone over and taken the 4 and the 7. Caron finishes half with a 6 and for 37. Wright finishes with a 10 for 49. Mel Penny up on lane 8. We got Sean Breton up on lane 7. Melanie go too full in the head pin, leaves the spread eagle. Sean has. You're welcome.
Too much. I guess wrapped up and I'm like, what am I doing? What's going on? I forget.
That's all right.
Why isn't someone else paying attention to my
I got it. Penny finishes it off with a 10 box. Sean's off to a rough start with a 3. Sean leaves a spread eagle with the clip ring minus the 3 pin. Melanie off to the right. Takes out the 7 pin. Sean off to the left. He leaves the 2, 6, and 10. Melanie misses the head pin. Melanie's 18 after 2. Sean is 10 after 2. Melanie takes everything with the king pin. Sean's got the 1, 7, 9, and 10. He's got wood against the 9 and the 10. Tries to play the left side of the head pin. Melanie cleans hers up for a 10. She's 28 after 3. Sean's got the high-low jack with a piece of wood against the right side of the head pin. Okay. Sean barely touches the outside of the head pin. He leaves the 7-10. He's 18 after 3. And the person that's been helping, his name's not Peter, it is Kevin. So thanks, Kevin. Kevin's been running around shagging dead wood that's out too far. Penny up on lane 8. Leaves the 4 horsemen right. Sean off the head pin, leaves the 4 horsemen left. Melanie cleans hers up for a spare. She's 38 plus a ball after 4. Sean hits the head pin a little too full. Leaves the 7 pin. And he'll clean up for a 10. He's 28 after 4. Melanie cleans up, leaves the 6-10. Sean finishes his half with a strike. He'll be 38 plus 2 balls when he comes back. Cheryl Nealand up on lane 7 takes the 4, 7, and 8, then takes the 2 out. David Rando on lane 8 takes everything but the kingpin. He's got a piece of wood. This is a spare attempt. Cleans this up for a spare. Cheryl cleans everything up for a 10 pin, but the 10 pin for a 9 box. Again, there's an Excel sheet that's being kept live. The link for that can be found on Candlepin Chat, as well as the Amateur Candlepin Bowling Tour page and Candlepin Corner. Kevin, lane 6, double load. I got him. Yeah. Nope. No, that's for the finals. Don't worry about it. No, you're good. Rando has the tail right, the tail left, the 4, the 5, the 7, and the 8. Cheryl had a spare. Puts 3 on that spare. Rando takes the 7 pin out of the tail. Cheryl cleans up most of the pins. She leaves the 1 and the 3. Cheryl cleans it up for a 10. She's 32 after 3. Rando's 33 after 3. Oh, thin hit takes the 1, 2, and 9 out of the full rack. Leaves a, lack of a better term, a mess. Cheryl off to the right takes the 6, 9, and 10. Cheryl takes everything with the head pin. Rando has the 7, 8, and 10. Rando finishes out with a 41 for his first 4 boxes. Cheryl's 41 after her first 4. Again, this is the final qualifying string. After this, we'll take the top 40 and divide them into 8 teams. And the Baker format will start at that point. Rando has the 6 pin remaining. Cleans his up for a spare. He's 51 plus a ball to sit down. Cheryl cleans hers up for a 10. She's 51 after the half. Caron hits the head pin. Leaves the diamond right plus the 710. Sarah right and misses off to the left. She's got takes the 4, 7, and 8. Then hits the 2 pin and takes a few pins. She's got the 1, 2, 8, and 10 remaining. Tony Caron has finishes with a 7 box. Sarah ends with an 8 box. Tony Caron in the pocket, takes everything with a 3 pin. Sarah right off the head pin. Takes the 4, 7, and 8. Caron cleans. My mic just quit on me. Sorry about that. So to recap, Sarah Wright is on lane 7. She's 66 after 7. Tony Caron is 56 plus a ball after 7. He puts 3 in his spare. Works. Caron not having much luck. He's at a 64 after 8. Sarah's got a 75 after 5. Caron off to the left. He leaves the entire right side up. Sarah Wright takes out the 3. Sorry, the 2, 4, and 8. Caron still has the entire right side standing. Sarah Wright off to the right. Caron is 71 going into his last box. Sarah Wright is 83 going into her last box. Caron misses left. He's got the Caleri right. Wright's in the pocket. Leaves a 2 and 2. She's got the 2, 4, 6, and 10 with wood. Caron misses off to the left. Leaves the 4 horsemen. Sarah Wright takes the 2, 4. Caron ends with an 80. And And Sarah Wright ends up with a 92. Sean Breton is getting up. He's 38 plus 2 balls. Mel Penny is on lane 8, is 56 plus a ball. Mel's off to the left. She's got the 4 horsemen right plus the 7 and 8. Sean Breton in the pocket. He leaves the 5, 7 and 8. Sean played Capsule Wood, takes out the 5 pin, leaves the 7 and 8. Nice shot, Cap in the Woods. He take out the 7 and 8 for a 10 box. Mel Penny is 65 after 6. Mel Penny takes out the right side. She has the left side remaining. The 1, 2, 4, 7, 5, and 8. Sean Breton off the head pin. Leaves the 1, the 8, and the 10. Mel misses the object pin. She has the 1, 5, and 7 remaining. Sean tries to play the wood. Has the 110 left. Mel takes the 1 and 5. She's 74 after 7. Breton plays the outside of the head pin. Tries to drive it off the sidewall. Take the 10. Misses. He is 65 after 7. Mel Penny's up. Leaves the 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Sean Breton off the head pin. Takes the half whistle left with the 5 pin. Oh, I'm sorry. Half whistle left with the 4 pin. Mel Penny cleans hers up, leaves the 5 and the 9 with wood against it. Sean tries to kiss the outside of the head pin. Mel Penny's at 82 after 8. Sean Breton is 70 after 8. So it's Mel Penny 82, Sean Breton 70. That's after 8 boxes. Penny clips the half whistle right. Sean Breton full on the head pin, cleans everything up, but leaves the 6, 7, 10 with wood. Penny off to the left. Mel Penny off to the left leaves the 1, 6, and 10 up. Sean tried to play the 6, 10 and drive the piece of wood that was next to the 6 over into the 7. Didn't work, leaves the 7. Mel Penny takes everything but the 6 pin. She is 91 going into her last box. Sean Breton with a 10 box is 80 going into her last box. Into his last box. Again, the updated score sheet link is available on Candlepin Chat, the ACBT page, as well as Candlepin Corner. That'll give you the latest stats. After this string, we'll cut the field to 40 and divide into the Baker teams. Mel Penny has the 510 with a piece of wood. Nice spare conversion. She'll be 101 plus a ball to finish. Sean Breton has the 9 and 10. He's got a piece of wood facing us. Oh. Cleans this up for a 90. Mel Fiddles there, spare with 4, so she's got a 105. Just waiting for David. Oh, there's David. David Randall will be up on lane 8. Cheryl Nealand will be up on lane 7. Both at 51, both on a spare. Once we do finish this game, it will cut the field to 40 and it's divided into the Baker teams. David Rando had the 6-pin and a 9-pin fill. He missed. David Rando with a 10 for 70. Cheryl misses hers for a 9 box. Rando off to the right. Piece of wood rolls over, taps the back on the 1 and the 2. Pins, nothing there. Cheryl off to the left takes the 2 and the 4 out of her full setup. Clips the outside of the head pin, doesn't take much else after that. Rando has the 1, 2, 4, and 8. Cheryl with a 6 box for 73. And into the home stretch for qualifying now. Rando hits the piece of wood in front of the 4, doesn't take the 7, no joy there. Rando with a 10 box, he's at 86 after 8. Cheryl with a 9 box. She's 82 after 8.
So, the next matchups are going to be on 3 through 10. So, I don't want to have you have to do all seven, but if you want to do a pin cam, we probably have to set it up like down low. So, I don't know if you want to move to kind of a low, no-win situation, especially with everything. We'll make it work.
All right.
3 through 10, you could probably, if somebody else keeps score for you.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and set up a pin cam, but it has to be like offset on the lane, so I don't want anybody to hit it. And two, it to distract anybody. So I gotta try and find a good spot for it.
So if you do it on top and zoom in on like that way, 9 and 10.
Yeah, I might
Is
even
that
be
what
able
you're
to.
talking
Yeah,
about?
I might be able to. Because I just
Cheryl's got a 90 after 9. David Rando's 94 after 9. Going into our last box for qualifying. Gonna take a short break after this while we divide up. Rando has the 4 and the 9 remaining. Cheryl with a spare. She's 100 plus a ball.
86.
What?
Doing 86. And after this, I gotta go back to Timber and work Saturday tonight.
Shoot myself in the face.
So, away next week. I was like, Kenridge is in a room, so I was like, I'll work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then my boss at my regular job got sick, so I was working extra there. And I'm like, fuck this. Now I'm working extra at both.
All right, so Cheryl ends up with a 108. We will take a short break and return once we have the Baker teams all set up.
you